Hello viewers, I've been doing some stuff out here in the yard recently. Raspberry bushes are going. Looks like we're going to get a pretty good harvest this year. There's several big mature bushes in the middle there which have quite a few buds on them. Every one of these buds on the end usually produces about anywhere from 7 to 12 or so raspberries typically. So we have quite a few there, depending on how warm it is the next couple of days. I have to get this covered as soon as those buds start to open up, otherwise the berries will just ruin the whole thing. And there's some bushes back there too, but because of the trees encroaching, these don't really do much anymore. They don't get enough sun. Everything's kind of late this year because the weather has been so cold. I've also been doing some trimming over here. We got some wild blackberries coming up and some more raspberries coming up. Usually I move these bushes into the garden when they kind of show up elsewhere. I guess I missed this one last year. Now it's matured enough to be producing, so it's going to stay for the season at least. I got to cut this thing back and I'll put a net over this to preserve it. There's also a blueberry branch here. I don't even know where that's coming from. So I got to cut all this back and get to that bush. I doubt that's going to produce this year, but perhaps if I start pruning it, maybe it'll do something. I also went along here yesterday and cut a lot of this stuff down because a lot of it was hanging down and some of it was encroaching from the side. It kind of looked like that. And it just got to a point where it was so difficult to cut the grass because you have to spend another 5-7 minutes with the 21-inch mower meticulously going under all these branches trying to cut the grass. And now with it like this, I cut it back to about 6 or 7 feet up. Now I can just go through here with the 48-inch mower and not have to deal with that. All I got to do is trim around that rock there because that's a danger point. And of course I got to trim under there too. Now this is a whole other fiasco. I think this will actually be the title of the video, the Honeysuckle Freakshow. A couple years ago I put a peach tree in here, and then I don't know, last year, the year before last year, some honeysuckle started to grow, and I was told not to cut it because it attracts the hummingbirds. So I didn't cut it, and now it has completely overtaken the peach tree, and the peach tree is like horizontal, and it's not really working too well anymore. You can see these peaches are, they're not gonna grow right. And this honeysuckles is all over this stinking thing. And so eventually what's gonna happen is the peach tree is gonna break, and then it's all gonna fall over, and then everything has to get cut out, and it's gonna be ugly. And the other thing that stinking honeysuckle is overtaken is my forsythia bush. I can hardly even see the forsythia bush anymore. I don't think it even bloomed this year, or if it did, you just couldn't see it because the stinking honeysuckle was covering it. But I put that, I forget where I got that from, but I put that forsythia bush in even before the peach tree was there. I always liked forsythia bushes. But now all we have is just a big stinking pile of honeysuckle. Look at this is ginormous. It's ridiculous. It's got to be 10, 12 feet high. It's huge. So, anyways, and of course this is kind of hard to cut the grass under here, but it's not so bad because I can just go in under here like this and get it. So, it is what it is. I give this maybe another 2 years before it collapses. It's not going to go on like that forever. Anyways, I still got to clean these up. I'm just going to toss them over the edge there. I got some dead grapevines I pulled out. Maybe we'll make a wreath or something out of those. And then maybe today I will clean this up. Got some stuff in the garden here. We'll do some more video of these once the plants kind of develop a little bit. Got this garden here. And we got one more garden over here. Something's eating this one. That hasn't happened in years past, so I don't know what to do about that. Usually the only thing I have to combat in here is the powdery mildew, which I typically just spray neem oils all over everything, and that seems to prevent it. So anyways, I got some stuff to do outside here. I'll see what I can get done today. It's been pretty cloudy like this all day, and I've felt a few drops of rain when I first started the video. So I don't know, maybe a washout. But at least it's not as cold today. Today it's I think it's almost 70 degrees. Yesterday it was in the 50s. It was awful. Everything looks so nice and lush now. I've always liked all the leaves on the trees. One of my favorite summer sights.